Where's Mario?
I'd say he's not here, is he?
Sonoma. Yeah.
I'm sure he goes to the Ward's banquet
Yeah,
tonight.
that was on Sunday.
No,
That was
today. That's tonight.
Oh, yeah, that's probably where.
The final race was yesterday, and then
He won't let it go till he gets one. That's for dang sure. Well, they're so overpopulated, though. I mean, they had to finally open up hunting season at Purcell State Park. I camped out there for years, and those deer were so skinny. They were so overpopulated, there wasn't enough food for them.
Okay.
You're wearing my patience thin, buddy. They want to get on my bad side.
Yeah, I know.
I ain't making that.
Yes.
tell her she's down there.
I just don't want to get on my bad side.
Yeah, tell her she's down there.
It bothers me once in a while, and I can't do certain things with that leg.
You, buddy.
But you know, it's not bad.
I just want to make sure.
I'm going to go ask for a
Thank you.
No, but I will if you like for me to.
Oh, it did. What'd you do to it? Kelly said something about you ordered a new one.
How's it going,
I said
sir?
he beat the hell out of the old one.
Hold on for 1 second, I really do.
Yeah, it is.
They didn't do ours that way.
There you go. I got Doug's on there.
I thought they got it.
Yeah, I do. I was going to ask you later.
We'll get Mike.
We'll just slam it.
Watching them the other day.
We've had a lot of fun the past 4 years, haven't we? That's why.
You didn't know how to
I said we've
get
had a lot of
busy.
fun the past 4 years. That's why.
One time he had like a old
Hey, you got something to do.
Yeah, I know.
That's all
He never had that kind of stuff. He was doing that shit.
Okay.
Been looking for you.
Well, I thought they got Friday.
You come up and ride down my street so I can see you. You know where Hardwood Ridge is at?
I don't know where it's at to get up.
Look at Carl. Carl knows what's that. I seen him up there before. Carl rides you up there.
I wouldn't ride with him.
What?
He wants you to know where the street's at.
Yeah. You never know. You might. Yeah. It has before, hasn't it? Yeah, it's got pretty deep before it. Yeah.
Oh, I got to talk to Linda Harper at the garage who was doing it. I'll talk to her tomorrow, probably this week, hopefully. Yeah,
That's exactly.
I'll call you. Okay, I'll let you know. I never even thought of council, but I know she got enough for everybody.
65, huh?
So, oh yeah, okay. I'll check tomorrow and let you know.
I'm going early too. Oh yeah.
Said you could stop in sometime.
One of these
Okay.
customer appreciation.
I hope I don't.
You can't bring it up and bring it here right up and hope to get on the agenda.
And then on old business, I have a success.
Well, when January comes, when April
Her
comes,
grandchildren. Her son's in jail. His wife tried to commit suicide, so they
they
took
got no gray
kids
hair.
away. So Kathy and her husband have to take care of them. It's like $800 a week for dining things. Said the other grandmother wouldn't help her. Kathy's a nice lady.
I come back from Mike's house last
Corner
night
hardware store.
before I got 48.
I seen probably 15.
That's all right.
Squeeze you out of my house?
No, my son-in-law's house.
Probably take much more there on Jared's house already in the backyard.
Well, I got
That's where it's got painted like that.
One of them's already done and driving.
Jared's in there.
Probably all him.
there's a big buck hanging
Well,
over
he bought the house
across
next
the
door,
road.
across the alley.
I know.
They're moving back here.
Huh? Give it you for Christmas, I think. From Lanny? We'll give it you for Christmas.
Yeah.
We'll throw dirt on you when we dig that grave.
It's so wonderful, yeah.
That's a special shovel
He
for
says,
you.
this guy and his wife comes, I wonder if they want to sell their house. And Jared said, we'll make him an offer. And then I forget how, he made several thousand more than what he paid for it. Yeah, so that's good. This guy is from Nebraska, he's a deputy, there's a sheriff, the deputy sheriff, get transferred now. So, Jared.
Move back.
Yeah, I thought,
Okay, make your mind up.
All right.
then they bought that camper, sits in the backyard too. Melanie, she's the boss. Melanie said, we're gonna take that down, put it in one of the campground someplace and keep it there. I thought maybe she'll stay.
Which meeting did you read that?
I pay her rent there, she'd
Oh, they
say.
stay board. We're going down
Oh,
there.
they're supposed to come, they're packing everything
I'll tell
down,
Kelly
Jericho,
tomorrow,
they're getting a
remind
semi-truck, to haul their stuff up here.
Well,
So the guy drives the truck, will
I
bring
can
it
tell you
up
we've got
here.
over
And then he'll wait, they unload it, and then he'll take it back.
In our last packet?
Yes,
We didn't have a November 3rd meeting.
They've been packing
And,
for several
I had
days.
figured out,
Yeah, these were the only ones too, yeah.
we don't have more than
He ought to be a
$10,000.
professional.
You ought to be good at that.
Give the groups that always get it, plus some of the other groups. I think we can, I figured out the other day I was a little under the 100,000.
He's still going. He's out west.
Oh, okay.
He'll get back tomorrow.
His son must be racing.
He did this weekend.
That's the way I felt.
There's a number of them that can go somewhere else.
But, what's his face will be here? Grant? I saw in the paper, but I don't know, maybe they'll finish the year, you know, or something.
All three departments. Savings of about,
They still saying January for the dollar store?
25 or 30,000.
You know, I haven't heard.
Bill's not here, is he?
Somebody said here January,
Okay.
somebody,
Thought about
say I don't
bring it
think
up, but I
so.
don't know.
Somebody here said it, should be done in January.
What's your guys'
So
thoughts?
that like a minute.
Not tonight, but February next meeting, I got everybody stuff No, that's why I said I didn't know. That's why I said your guys' thoughts, I didn't know. It's something I should have.
And me, okay.
Then you guys have a first of the year. It's in December. Of course, you're gonna wait, you know. That's what they said. I'll print it out.
Everybody ready?
Yeah.
College Park meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Member Jane Pope.
Present.
Member Aaron Cook.
Here.
Member Bill Bruner. Member Mike Lawrence.
Here.
Member Paul Seymour Jr.
Here.
Mike Lanning, Assistant Police Chief.
Here.
Johnny Tremaine, Fire Chief.
Here.
Bobby Mills, EMS Director.
Here.
Leslie Botal, Attorney.
Here.
Olin Clausen, Utility Director.
Present.
Mayor Carr.
Here.
And myself.
Any announcements? Hearing none, approved minutes previous meeting.
It'll be October 19th, or actually, that would be the beginning.
Yeah.
Is that what you were talking about, as far as the Parks Board? That would be, when was our first meeting in October?
October the 19th minus 14th is the 5th.
So that's the
I think.
minutes you guys need to approve.
If my math is
Would
correct.
we have approved it at our the meeting after that, though?
No, because there's no Parks Board meeting on October 19th.
Okay.
October the 5th.
We didn't have the meeting November 3rd, so the last for this Parks Board would be October 5th.
So moved.
Second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Committee reports. None. Amy Rose Casa, volunteer stewardship for skate park.
Unfortunately, Amy was admitted to the hospital last night, and they're running tests. We don't know how serious it is at this point. But Amy Rose works for CASA. She's the youth advisor now, and then she does do some administration work for us. And I know you got the information of what she wanted to do, and this is Joe Hughes, if you don't know him from Blacklist. Well, first of all, now that I have a chance to say something, I just want to thank the council for the kindness that they've always shown us with funding over the past years. Usually everything was always a unanimous vote, and we really, really appreciate it. I wanted to say that we started out, a long time ago, Joe Hughes came to one of our meetings and said, you know, the skate park really is an asset, although there are some things that go on there that shouldn't go on there, but it's not really always the serious skateboarders that are doing it. So he put that information away. I worked with him on a couple of other projects, and then Amy wrote a grant to the foundation to do skateboarding camps this summer, which were very successful, and in doing that, the foundation wanted the equipment, the safety equipment, that they funded to be used more, so there was a skateboarding night at least once a month on a Saturday. And these ultimately got to where there were 75 people coming to this, and there were families coming, and kids were learning skateboarding who had never had the opportunity before. And the skateboarding camp was basically for the inner city youth of Lawrenceburg, because not everybody likes soccer and all of that. So eventually the reputation was starting to turn around, and actually there have been incidents where kids have seen things and they've chased these people out of the skate park because they said, we don't want this going on here. And what Amy Rose and Joe Hughes proposed is a volunteer stewardship, and what they really want to do is just volunteer to help take care of the skate park. They're not asking for any money for it. I know you received the information, the cleaning of graffiti, speaking out against negative behaviors at the park, picking up trash and debris in and around the grass sections of the park, empty trash receptacles, sweeping the park and shelter floor, unclogging the mold drains, and maybe possibly fundraising for park maintenance or expansion, maybe even some grant writing for that. So I know that she sent some signatures with it. I don't have copies of those. I don't have any copies of those at all. But basically, that's what they want to do. They appreciate that it's here. They think it's an asset. They want to be part of the upkeep. And that's what they're asking. Do you want to add anything, Joe?
I think you pretty much nailed it.
It's basically allowing them to volunteer to take care of the skate park.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
No, not at all.
Board have anything?
Well, you do have two things on the bottom of your list. One of them's unclogging the bull drains. Do you have some problems over there with them holding water?
You'll have to answer that.
Just over time, debris builds up, and if we get a hard rain, there can be up to a foot of water sitting in the larger bowls, and it takes a while to drain them out. You know, if 90% of the drain is clogged.
Well, I feel like that's probably a job that the city should look at to take care of that.
They're supposed to take care of that.
Yeah.
Routinely.
So if somebody could look into that.
Out in the morning.
And the other one, the fundraising for park maintenance and expansion, I guess if you get any ideas, you would bring them back.
Absolutely.
All I got.
It could be an asset.
Anything else? Entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you.
All right, so that means they do it? You do it.
Any old business? Hearing none, review and discuss claims board approval.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion adjourned.
Moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Board of Works, as soon as you get seated.
Who did the second on Jane's motion?
Aaron.
Claims? Who? Aaron?
I guess Aaron, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, the Bengals do play tonight. Yeah, we will.
So?
Hey, I will close this meeting down, don't think I won't.
Who
I don't care
cares?
anymore.
Who cares if the Bengals are playing?
The Bengals have come on 8:15, I'm gonna be there.
Who cares?
Oh, both of them
Shame on you, Jackie. We not
Gotcha.
Okay, so we're ready for the Board of Works. Yeah.
Tomorrow's done. Roll call, please.
Oh, roll call. We have, I lost it. I had it here. Member Jane Pope. Oh, I'm sorry.
What Board of Works?
I know. Well, just say here.
I guess you're gonna drag your feet, aren't you?
No, I'm not. I want out of here too. Member Donnie Bryant.
Present.
Member Harry Cook.
Here.
Member Bill Bruner. He's absent. Member Mario Todd, and he's absent. Assistant Police Chief Mike Lanning.
Here.
Fire Chief Johnny Tremaine.
Here.
EMS Director Bobby Mills.
Here.
Attorney Leslie Votaw.
Here.
Utility Director Olin Clausen.
Present.
Mayor Carr.
Here.
And myself.
Any announcements? Hearing none, approve the minutes of previous meeting.
That's so move.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Committee reports. Fire Department.
Just a couple things, brief things. I'd like everybody to keep the family of Jason Richardson in their thoughts and prayers. He was killed Saturday in Florence. He joined our department 2 years ago, so he did some volunteer work. If you were down for the Haunted A ride, he was one of the pride playing Jason. So I just wanted to bring that to everybody's attention. He was on the department for 2 years. He was actively on Aurora also, so. Funeral services are Thursday from 11 to 2 at Aurora Fire Station.
Are you doing anything for services?
They haven't officially, I think the honor guards is going to assemble, but I haven't officially got anything yet. Other than that, everybody should have a copy of the run totals for October. Donnie, I've probably got some copy here. That's all I got.
Police Department.
No report, Mayor.
So you haven't been arresting anybody?
No, sir. Crime's down. I won't jinx myself by saying that.
EMS Director, I won't touch
I
that.
won't jinx myself by saying that.
EMS Director.
His crime's down, but our runs are up, so.
What's the other way, huh?
We had 194 calls month of October.
94.
That's the largest yet for the year.
How many drug related?
Hard to say.
Quite a few probably.
And not that many last month.
That's good to hear.
Kind of calmed down last month.
That's
This
good.
month might be a little different story.
Good deal.
I understand there's a new batch of heroin in town, so. That's all I have.
Thank you. Building Department? Okay. New business, Jackie Stutz, city calendar bid openings.
I'm on the wrong one. We had one bid on the city calendar, and I got that here to open. Wow. What's this? Yeah. Okay. There's two sets of claims, so sign them both. And this bid is from the Register of Publications. Okay, there's two of them to sign, please. Okay. Register of Publications submitting quote for 2,500 custom calendars for 2016. For a total price of $5,450.
What is the budget on it?
Please,
What's the budget on it?
let's see.
Used to be 50.
The budget's more than that, I do know that. I'm not sure the exact number.
It was 10 or 15, was it?
Huh?
10 or 15, I think.
I think it was 15, because that's what it always was. Then we changed the way we were doing things. I'll give this to Kelly tomorrow. Huh?
Need a motion?
Yes.
Oh. Guys, you want a motion to accept or not accept this?
That's a lot. Motion to accept the bid.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Yeah.
Aye. Okay, Mike Clark, copy machine quotes.
Thank you, Your Honor. I think you all received in your packets a copy of quotes. Our clerical staff more or less spec'd this machine out, and they all tested it out. In fact, the police department has one, just one generation older of this, and I'd like to recommend going with the office shop. That is the lowest price, and the maintenance fees on it, the maintenance contract is also low for this. That's for $8,800, and what we're looking at is purchasing 2 of these machines.
Where are they going at?
One will go in the zoning department office, and the other one's gonna go upstairs.
Yeah, that one upstairs about had it.
Yeah, the machines were all purchased, I think, at the same time.
Try
and
to use it.
Maintenance is getting
I know.
unbearable with them right now.
We don't get no kind of trade-in or anything like that?
That is including them taking our machines. The prices here are.
Is there money budgeted for this, Mike?
It is for my office, and I believe we have it for the one upstairs. I'm probably gonna have to come out of about 3 different lines for that, but I'm pretty
Just
sure
so
that-
you know where I needed to work with.
Correct.
Okay, that's fine.
Correct.
So the total price would be 17,400, correct, or 17,600?
17.6.
Yeah.
If you're doubling the 8,800, it is.
Anything on the board? Entertain a motion.
They're needed. I'd so move to go ahead and get them.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Dave Rudisell Speedway, I think we're gonna table that. Me and Dave's gonna talk.
No motion to the table.
Motion table,
So move.
second,
Second.
all in favor?
Yeah.
Old business, Mike Clark, Cook Lane, Walker Avenue Alley.
Jackie, I believe you have some bids to be.
Oh,
opened.
yeah, just a second. Okay. We're talking about Cook Lane and Walker Avenue, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Need help opening them, Jack?
Huh?
Need help opening?
I don't care, you can open all of them if you want. I just can't write as fast as they talk. Because in 12 years, I never learned. How's that? Huh? That's okay. Hey, about next month, I'll miss back.
The first one is from Paul H. Rowe.
Who was that?
Paul Rowe.
Rowe. This is gonna be one you need to review.
Yeah.
No, honestly, what I would like to do is go through, just read off the bid amount and award it pending final review, just to make sure they have everything included.
Okay. The bid on this is $115,970. It looks like it has everything, but. Second one I have is from TT Maintenance and Contracting. And that's 142, 115. Third one I have is from Dave O'Mara. There it is. 125,375.
Okay.
No, Mike, this is gonna take the alley from behind the firehouse all the way to Cook Lane.
Correct, yes.
That's what it looks like. Lowest bid, it looks like it's Paul Rowe.
Paul Rowe, yeah.
Anything, board?
I'd say move to go with Paul Rowe.
Is that a motion?
Yes.
Second?
Subject to Mike's review.
But he should be pretty good. He's done a lot of work for us before, hasn't he?
All three
But
of
he's
them
done
have done
some.
work for us, yes.
Okay, motion, second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, and if I can ask to go ahead upon certifying their submittal, to go ahead and execute and award this. And Jackie, this project will not occur until next spring, so I am gonna need to encumber, the contracted amount.
Is there a line we're gonna?
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
get with you on that tomorrow, but
Okay,
there
I'll
is
make a
line.
note here to encumber money for this. And to see you.
Need a motion for that? Entertain a motion?
So move.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you.
Review and discuss claims for board approval.
So move.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion adjourned.
So move.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Utility board, as soon as you get seated. Roll call, please.
Hang tight. What time is it up there?
6:20.
Okay. Member Jane Pope.
Present.
Member Aaron Cook.
Here.
Member Bill Bruner. He's not here. Member Mike Lawrence.
Here.
Member Paul Seymour Jr.
Here.
Attorney Leslie Votaw.
Here.
Utility Director Olin Clausen.
Present.
Mayor Dennis Carr.
Here.
And myself.
Any announcements? Hearing none, approve the minutes of previous meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Committee reports.
Thank you, Your Honor. A couple of things. Last Thursday, on the 12th, we had a water leak out on Front Street, 106 Front Street. Took the crews approximately, they got notified about 8 o'clock in the evening, had the issue corrected about 12 o'clock that night. What they found, there was about a golf ball size hole had developed in the pipe there, so they were able to fix it relatively easy. It just took quite a bit for it. It looked a lot worse than it was, put it that way. Also, crews are scheduled to be at the dollar store tomorrow to put in their second 1-inch service, get that done so they can get out of the way so they can do their concrete work, some of their approach work. And the electric department is scheduled to be there towards the end of the week to start the electrical work for that same site. A couple updates there. And that's all I've got for reports.
Thank you. New business, Jane Pope, downtown lights.
Yes, we got some downtown lights put up one section on Walnut Street through the downtown revitalization program, and I'd like to see that the lights are up and finished by Christmas if possible. And I talked to Mr. Clausen, and he said the money is in the budget.
That's correct, Jane. We've got the money allocated. We offset the cost of the initial pilot project through a grant that was given to us through AEP. I think we exceeded our estimated total for that part of the project by about $2,500, which is pretty good because we didn't quite know what we were getting into, and we had to make some changes to get that end product. I believe it's the downtown business district planning committee that's kind of driving this whole project, has been with help from people on this board. We've been working with them to see how the lights are being received, if there's any issues with them, if there's things that we need to correct moving forward. I think we've got a product that everybody's pretty happy with. There are some smaller tweaks that we need to make to the piece that Ohio Valley is manufacturing for us. It's being manufactured here locally, but we've got those addressed. The Christmas deadline is going to be tough because he is manufacturing all that stuff, and there's got to be a slotted time for him to be able to do that. But we have sat down with Scott at Ohio Valley Precision and talked with him about scheduling. I can revisit that with him. Once the items are made, they go up pretty quickly. But I'll take that up with him and see about a Christmas time frame.
Yeah, thank you all. Any more, Jane?
Do I need to put that in a motion, or the utility board just proceed?
They're
Or
pretty
the
much gonna-
utilities?
They're gonna go ahead with it.
Okay.
As soon as he gets equipment made. Okay, Owen, customer appreciation.
Thank you, Your Honor. Crystal Quicksall is a member of the staff here. She's going to be presenting on this evening.
Good evening, thank you. We have decided to start trying to give back a little bit to our customers, let them know that we appreciate them as much as we can. What we're going to do is send out in our monthly newsletter for the Christmas holiday. We're planning on doing like a gift giveaway. The first place would be a TV, and second and third place would be like a turkey or ham. They can register by coming in. We're doing like a customer appreciation day where we're going to do like coffee and donuts. I think December 10th is what day we'll be doing that. It kind of gives them the opportunity to come in, see our faces, ask questions, kind of know that we're trying to be involved, and allow them to sign up for that. And along with setting up a Twitter account, we've done that, and Instagram. So they have ways of reporting to us necessarily, or more so us reporting to them, like outages and things like that. But what our concern was the rules for the Christmas giveaway. Leslie, if you could look over that and make sure that we're not forgetting anything.
I didn't see anything wrong with those. I mean, the board, it's on the back page if you want to look at it. It's just one registration per household. And you can only register one time if you have more than one account. But I mean, those are pretty basic, but they seem fine as far as the rules, unless you guys have any suggestions.
And one thing she mentioned, the social media accounts. And I talked a little earlier about like the outage we had on Front Street. The idea is that with all these different types of social media that many people have already, it allows us additional platforms to make customers aware when there's outages, what parts of town are affected by those outages, give them updates systematically of when the issues may be corrected, when we expect the water to be turned back on, when we expect the electricity to be turned back on. It also is another way in case of an emergency for us to get critical information out to customers about in a variety of different things. It's also a way for us to share some of the things that we're doing as a utility with the customer base, or provide links for energy savings initiatives, meetings such as this, what the agenda items might be. Those things would link back to the the city website where people could have another way of finding that information out. So it's just a way for us to better communicate with the public.
Our intention is to hopefully quarterly have some type of customer appreciation day or something where we're kind of getting involved with that. So that's our intention. Is there any questions with that or suggestions, comments? Nothing? All right, thank you.
Thank you, Chris.
So if the board doesn't have any questions or any additions to this, we'd like to entertain a motion to proceed with it as presented.
I'd make a motion to move forward as presented.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Who did the second?
Paul.
Paul, okay, thank you.
Okay. Old business, Owen Clausen, Roundup Program Ordinance.
Thank you, Your Honor. A few weeks ago, a couple of months ago maybe, I talked a little bit about a Roundup program that would be, the concept was that we could allow customers who wanted to enroll in this program to have their utility bill rounded up to the next highest dollar, and that money would be set aside in a fund that would assist other customers who are experiencing times of hardship. The proceeds that would be collected by this fund would be administered by this board. The application process would, the application would be available online. It could also be picked up here at the office. In your packets, you'll see some of the criteria and the proposed ordinance that would accommodate this program and what that vetting process would be. Basically, how people would qualify for these monies, who wouldn't qualify for these monies, etc. The average contribution per customer would probably be somewhere in the area of $6 per year. To give you an example of what a bill might look like, let's say that your bill was $99.01, it would round up to $100. So if that were the case for every month for 12 months, the most a customer would contribute is $11.88. So the average is going to be somewhere around 50 cents per month. Over the 6 months, it'd be around $6, or over the 12 months, it'd be about $6 per customer. I think it's going to be a beneficial program, even at the percentages that some of the other programs similar to this experience enrollment. So 20% to 40% of the customers actually participating at the dollar amounts that I talked about, the $6 per year. The utility could raise as much as $4,000 in its first year. So $4,000 doesn't seem like a lot of money, but for these individuals who experience times of hardship, it would mean a tremendous amount to them. And I just really think this would be a good program to implement here. And with that, I'll stand for any questions.
I got one. Is this going to be restricted to residential?
The guidelines, if you look at the guidelines, yes, this would not go to benefit now, are you asking who can contribute or who can benefit?
Who can benefit?
Yes, so the people who can benefit would be residential customers.
Okay.
It'll be open to contribution for anybody. Okay. The one thing I will point out is the customer needs to be a water, sewer, and electric customer of Lawrenceburg to appease State Board of Accounts rules, so that money that is contributed by utility customers does not go outside inadvertently to outside the utility needs. So, for example, we couldn't give money to a customer that might some way pay off a debt that's not a utility debt. So that's really the only guidelines they gave us. Does that answer your question?
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, and I did see in the ordinance, then we do need to put residential customer. I don't think.
Okay.
Maybe under the purpose part, section 5501 is section 5502 must be a residential customer of all three water, sewer, and electric utilities. And then on the purpose part of it, under the program, participating residential customers monthly billing will be rounded up to the next. So, I guess I'm not clear on this. So a commercial customer could agree to round up.
Yes, a commercial customer
Okay.
could agree to round up.
And when we're putting that residential in there, can we make it clear that the commercial can participate only in the giving, but not the...
Yeah, we could provide some language that clarifies that.
Yes, we could. That's a good point.
One other detail I wanted to point out is, let's say that we had 10 applicants in a month that came in. I don't think we'd have that number, just looking at percentages that we've had in the past of similar type occurrences. But let's say the number's 10. They come in and they applied in the month of January. And the utility board had funds enough to award 5 of those customers. So 5 of those customers would get kicked to the next month. The next month, February, let's say we had additional 5 customers that enrolled. Those 5 customers from January and the 5 customers from February would have even consideration. They would have equal consideration. So it's not a first come, first serve. It's the consideration is whatever the need is, what the greatest need is, in the opinion of this board. The other thing I'd draw your attention to is the suggested time frame that we'd have these meetings, because these meetings would be a separate meeting. It would be the Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday prior to the cutoffs for that month, so that we could take action on things prior to the customer being turned off for non-pay or whatever may occur. So that would require some additional time from this board to participate in those things. But I think that those things could be a much quicker process than these meetings are. You could have the applications in advance, be able to sit in those things and really just come into a venue like this, call it to order and make the decision, and then adjourn.
And let's say there was just one, I mean, that could be at your next regularly scheduled, like right
Sure.
now, right?
Sure.
Okay, so next scheduled regular or special meeting is how I put it. I didn't put in the language about the special meetings as far as the dates of them. I can add that. I just thought, you have to notice them anyway as far as special meetings, so we still would have to give 48 hours notice. So, but if you want me to put in something as far as a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday because of your cutoff date, I didn't realize that was the reason why.
Yeah, the first and fourth Wednesdays, we do have meetings. First Wednesday starts at 5, fourth Wednesday. Double schedule.
Okay.
We'll just shove you guys to the conference room.
Have you got an application made up yet?
I have got the draft of an application made up. And mind you, we're still, if I get approval on the concept with the changes to the ordinance, the next step would be the application process, how that would unroll, and actually a formal rollout date. So I'd come back to this board with the rollout date and kind of the program, what it's going to look like, how we're going to get it out, how we're going to basically an enrollment drive, if you will, so we can get people to participate in the program.
And I think the second sentence and the purpose, enrollment would not be mandatory and participation would be up to each residential and commercial Lawrenceburg municipal utility customer individually. I think if we add in there, it spells it out that it's residential and commercial that can participate.
I'd like to make a motion that we let him move forward with this process, and he'll bring back to us application and procedures more.
Your second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's on.
Olin, UV upgrade finding from Roar.
Thank you, Your Honor. In your materials that were furnished, you'll see my submittal on this. This is going back to a work session meeting that we had August 24th. That meeting was dealing with the grant monies that were given to Aurora community for their forced main project. It came to my knowledge that Aurora was wanting to use the remainder of those funds to finance their portion of a UV upgrade that has really been brought about by the increase in flow that was brought about by us giving them the money to do this forced main project. So it was kind of an unintended consequence. I don't think any of us were cognizant of that when the monies were given. We've worked through those details, and I think in the spirit of that grant that was given, and as we talked that day, the idea was to help a community that was unable to afford these things themselves. And even though the monies weren't expressly slated for the UV project when they applied for the monies, there was some mention in some of the estimates on different options of that being part of what they needed to do. We've had some subsequent meetings back and forth, myself, Andy Lyons, Bill Nyert, South Dearborn, and staff from Aurora. And I think what we've come up with here is in line with some of the instruction I was given back on that August 24th meeting. Under this motion, what's being proposed, Aurora would take the remainder of those funds and they would wholly fund the UV upgrade. So the roughly $400,000 to $500,000 that's left over out of that grant would go to pay for the entire UV upgrade. What that means is, under the original proposal that was made, and what I brought back to the board, Lawrenceburg as well as Greendale was going to have to come out of pocket with $150,000 of capital to pay for that expansion. And we were also going to experience, for a 6-month period of time, $25,000 a month of additional costs at the sewer plant. So this helps us avoid having to do that. The money's already been out there. We don't have to appropriate additional funds. We don't have to increase our cost of operation by the $25,000 a month. So I think that's a good solution. This is going to, if you look at the math, this is going to place Aurora paying disproportionately more for sewage treatment than either Lawrenceburg or Greendale. And so what we thought would be a good amicable solution to that is that we would discount all of their sewer surcharges, up to 50% of their sewer surcharges, for a period of time, and it's listed in the details and on the motion on the back page, for a period of time that would be, let's see here, the account would accumulate funds for the maximum period of 10 years beginning January 16th billing cycle and ending with a December 2025 billing cycle, or until a maximum aggregate of $300,000 has been allocated. Now, it's important to understand that even though we're discounting those sewer surcharges, those monies will be held in an account at South Dearborn Regional Sewer District that will have to be voted upon to be released, and they can only be released back to Aurora if Aurora commits those funds to actual I&I betterments. So basically, they have to spend the money to improve their system, to improve their stormwater intrusion on their system. So by doing that, the money's going back to a cause that helps both Greendale and City of Lawrenceburg out with these surcharges. So I think it's a good use of the money, once it is in that account. Their forced main is online now. The objective is to begin the process, the UV upgrade, as soon as possible. Greendale's taken a similar motion before their board. We didn't meet last month, but they've taken their motion before their board, and they've gotten approval for their end to do the same concept. And so that's what I'm looking for here tonight.
I have one question. If the excess money from the grant is being used to wholly fund the UV upgrade, how is Aurora paying a disproportionate amount?
It's funding all but a piece of it. So they're going to have to come out of pocket, even in addition to those funds being used to pay for the UV upgrade. So when I say they're going to use the funds use the remainder of the funds to wholly fund it, I mean to wholly fund their part of the project, including the additional monies they're going to have to come to the table with. And no money's coming from either Greendale or Lawrenceburg to contribute towards those projects.
Why can't we split the excess 3 different ways?
Well, it was kind of the feeling of this board when we met on the 24th that we wanted to try to find a way to not have to appropriate $150,000 on a capital expenditure. And so that, in the spirit of that's why we attempted to do what we're doing here.
So there's still that much left over there's not enough left over from the grant to cover most of
It
that?
won't cover it in its entirety, no.
We've got 3 communities dumping sewer into the sewer plant over there. We have a commitment. It sounds to me like that you've been thinking about future commitments of getting rid of this problem. And right now, the way I just heard you, Aurora has roughly $300,000. As long as they use it on their sewer problems, they're going to be able to come and get that. And Greendale is looking at something similar.
I don't know that Greendale is looking at something similar for their improvements. This money would be used. It's money that would have otherwise been paid by Aurora, and now we're just setting it aside and asking them to spend it specifically on I&I issues.
Could we possibly do that to the other 2 communities? Because I know that Greendale has the same problems, and I know that we're not completely innocent of that problem. I mean, I'm not against anything in what you said here, but if somehow we don't grab that and run with it now, we need to be working on this, all 3 communities, or else we're looking at a sewer expansion possibly.
To answer your question, we've taken up a number of issues similar to what you're talking about now with South Dearborn. One of those things are the way that the costs are allocated with South Dearborn Regional Sewer District. We have 3 communities which are all a third owner of that facility. Each community has a third of the fixed costs, and then they have a third of the variable costs each month. What that translates into is probably a higher cost of service for communities like Aurora because they have far fewer customers, but they're still paying a third of the total fixed cost each month. Same as Aurora, same as Greendale. And so what we've talked about is doing a true cost of service study for the sewer plant. It would also take into account depreciated financing fund that would look at some of these big ticket items like the UV expansion, things like this, try to project those things out into a future so that we could set monies aside over a period of time to pay for those things, so that we don't have to come back and ask boards to approve CapEx projects. We're very cognizant of the betterment or the inherent betterments in programs like this. So that's something that we've got on the agenda to discuss next month. We have been visiting with John Scomp at Crow to perform that cost of service study for us and try to identify projects just like this.
Is there anything we can do to push the communities to make an effort to put back, keep ahead of their maintenance? I mean, Aurora let theirs go for years and years and years. You take, you don't never give. Greendale's doing the same thing. I witnessed it in the fairgrounds. When we get a hard rain, it'll come down from Hidden Valley and those areas, and it'll just come up. And I think that our infrastructure in Lawrenceburg is in pretty good shape, but I've been told that we still have some sewer work to do.
We do, that's correct.
So I would like I would like to go forth with what you said, but I would sure like you to push for a commitment to the 3 communities to take this very seriously and start putting money into their old sewer.
Yeah, that's not an issue. And you know, in the new year, there's going to be a need to identify probably a council person or someone from this board to participate in those meetings and have a voting right in those meetings with South Dearborn Regional Sewer District. So that will be one way for someone on this board to be cognizant of what's happening there and provide input. But I certainly agree with what you're saying.
The way I understand it, with the remaining money they have, they're gonna take care of our $150,000 upgrade charge.
That's a loose way of putting it, Jane, but basically, yes. Now, it is going to require, if you're reading the details of my summary sheet, it is going to require a couple of things. Number one, they're going to have to come back to the authoritative board and ask for that modification to be done to that agreement, because currently, the way that agreement's written, they don't have the authority to expend those funds on the UV project. So it's going to require a modification. The second thing is, once that modification is done, it's going to have to come back before City Council for final approval.
That's correct.
So you'll have two chances, two bites at the apple to ask the questions that you may have, or get additional clarifications from Aurora themselves.
We probably won't have another 10-county grant meeting. I mean, we have one this Thursday, but that's too late for them to get on the agenda. But they could definitely, the new administration, whenever they have their first 10-county grant meeting.
That wasn't done through the 10-county grant, was it? It was?
The sewer project? Thought it was.
I think you voted on it, but I think the money went through 10 county, didn't it? I don't think council let give a grant. I think it went through 10 county.
Yeah, I don't know.
Money was appropriated, put in there for it. Pretty sure that's the way it went.
Yeah, I would check on that.
Yeah.
Just to,
Cool. I'm almost positive that's the case too, but I could double check.
Any more on it on?
No, sir.
IMEA.
we need a motion to move forward with that, or?
Sure.
I would like for one, please.
I'll make a motion to move forward as presented in his summary.
Second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. On IMEA 2016 Fall Conference Lyman Rodeo update.
Yes, Crystal Quicksall from staff's going to provide an update on this, Your Honor.
Thank you. Lawrenceburg Utilities is hosting the IMEA Fall Conference and Lineman's Rodeo in September of 2016. The conference will start on the 14th and run through the 16th, and then the rodeo will start that Friday the 16th and follow through to Sunday. The conference will be held at the Convention Center, and the rodeo location will be on High Street across from the Boy Scout building. We have been working with the schools, trying to help get exposure and get the community involved. They're going to feature us in a newsletter as we get closer to the event. We've also incorporated a field trip for the 4th graders to come to the actual rodeo on that Friday for an electric safety kind of demo, just to get them involved as well. It's an opportunity for the high school to obtain volunteer hours. They'll have like a kids area where they can do face painting and that kind of thing. It's also an opportunity for the Boy Scouts. And just to kind of get ahead of things, we are going to be going to Career Day this Wednesday at Greendale Middle School, and we're hoping to kind of expose ourselves that way and kind of send something home with the kids early to where people kind of know what's going on and that it's coming up, kind of save the date. And we've also recently learned that the Indiana Bicentennial Torch Relay will be coming through that Saturday of the rodeo, and it's going to be passing right by where we're at. So it's going to be a great opportunity for the city and the local businesses, restaurants, food vendors, to get everyone involved and just kind of have their moment, you know. We also intend for this to be a really great thing for the community, and we want everybody to be involved as possible, and hope that you're excited, because we are. So that's all I have for now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Olin LMS update.
Thank you. I added this to the agenda this evening. Leslie Voton and myself, we attended LMS monthly meeting on the 10th of November at their facility to discuss some of the rural water and sewer billing issues. This came up a few meetings ago. Mrs. Hahn's in the audience. She was here and presented on it. We had a very good discussion with their board. I think I definitely came away with a better understanding of what some of the concerns were from their board, and I think that they probably the feeling was that they had an understanding where I was coming from Lawrenceburg Municipal Utilities. We've got a number of different solutions that we talked about that to try to correct this issue. And we're currently going through that process. We're getting quotes back for different pieces of equipment, for different metering scenarios, and working to correct the problem amicably with everybody involved. And that's really all I had on that.
Thank you, Olin. Review and discuss claims board approval.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion adjourned.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Member Jane Pope.
Present.
Member Aaron Cook.
Here.
Member Bill Bruner, who is absent. Member Mike Lawrence.
Here.
Member Paul Seymour Jr.
Here.
Assistant Police Chief Mike Lanning.
Here.
Fire Chief Johnny Tremaine.
Here.
Wait a minute, I've lost my place. EMS Director Bobby Mills.
Here.
Attorney Leslie Votaw.
Here.
Utility Director Olin Clausen.
Present.
Mayor Dennis Carr.
Here.
And myself.
Any announcements?
I'd like to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving.
Approve the minutes of previous meeting.
You too, Jane.
Motion to approve.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Committee reports. Fire Department?
Nothing further.
Police?
Nothing further, Mayor.
You guys doing anything?
Every once in a while.
Bobby?
No further report.
Okay, streets out and curb there.
No report, Mayor.
Fire Department building out here. Building Department? Okay. New business, Jackie Stutz, Lawrenceburg Community Grant Program Phase 1 and 2.
Okay.
Jackie, before you get started, I did not get the papers for the grants in my packet.
You got a set that she can use or have? Thank you. Phase 1 goes up to $5,000, and the first one is Ripley County Family Services DAB Family Connections Grant. It's Educational Kits for Healthy Families Program. They requested $900. The foundation approved $400 to purchase Teach Me Infant kits and Teach Me Toddler kits for home visitors to use with clients for their Healthy Families Program. This organization is located in Ripley County and serves the surrounding counties in southeastern Indiana. This grant recommendation is proportionate to the number of Dearborn County families served.
I make a motion that we approve the full requested amount of $900.
Second? Dodge lack a second.
I'll make a motion to approve the recommendation from the Community Foundation.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
Okay. The next one is Dearborn County Clearinghouse for Emergency Aid. Their project is a roof shingle replacement. They requested $5,000. The recommendation is $5,000 for the roof shingle replacement on the food pantry building due to leaks. This will go towards the materials only. The labor is being donated.
Got a motion?
Make a motion, we approve.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Okay. The next one is Special Olympics Indiana, Ripley, Ohio, Dearborn counties. This project is a camera and equipment. They requested $5,000. The board recommended $3,000 towards the camera and equipment. The camera is designed for high-quality sports photography in low-light situations and HD video. The organization will use the photo video taken with the camera to help with fundraising and to reach out to more potential Special Olympians who may not know about the organization. This grant recommendation is proportionate to the number of Dearborn County residents served.
Entertain a motion?
Make a motion to approve.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Okay. The next one, oh no, that's it. That's all for that level. The next ones are Phase 2, which are $100,000 grants. The Sunman Rural Fire Department is looking for self-contained breathing apparatus. And they asked for $80,000. The foundation's recommending $40,000 towards the SCBA's for the department. While Sunman Rural Fire Department is located in Ripley County, it does provide primary coverage for a large portion of northern Dearborn County. This grant recommendation is proportionate to the number of residents served in Dearborn County. The organization has also received a significant amount of grant funds throughout the years from DCF.
Entertain a motion?
I make a motion to decline.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Jane, okay.
May I roll call, please?
What?
Roll call.
I'm
vote.
sorry. Jane,
Decline.
Aaron,
No against the motion.
okay. Okay, Mike,
Yes for the motion. To
okay.
decline.
Paul,
I'll decline.
3 declines to 1 other one.
Not decline.
Well, that's what it is.
So, the declines win.
Yes,
That's the easiest way to say it.
easy, yeah. Okay, the next one is Riverview Cemetery Association. The project is construction of a new road in the cemetery. They asked for $25,410. The foundation recommended 0 paving, parking lots, and creation of roads are not projects that DCF grant programs typically fund.
Entertain a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Okay. The next one is the Aurora Fire Department. Their project is the self-contained breathing apparatus is also. Requested amount $100,000. Recommendation is $100,000 for the SCBA's, which will include spare cylinders and 2 rapid intervention team PACs. Okay.
Entertain a motion?
I make a motion to decline.
Second? Guys like a second?
May I say something? They do provide mutual automatic aid in the city of Lawrenceburg. Just for you. We have a structure fire right now. They will
I'll be there.
en route.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Well used, these fire departments can use them, I'm telling you.
See, that one goes together. The American Legion, excuse me, Post 239. Their project is a handicap door and signage replacement. They asked for $30,800. The foundation recommended $8,775 for the handicap door only. The IRS requires that grants to non-501c3 tax-exempt organizations be commensurate with the charitable activities of the organization. The grant recommendation represents the percentage of charitable activities of the organization.
Entertain a motion?
I make a motion to approve.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Okay. And I turn the page.
We got about 45 minutes.
I can stop.
We're good.
And I'll just go tomorrow and mark the thing. I got 2 left, I think. No, I got more than that. Aurora Police Department. Project is construction of a 70 by 30 structure located by Aurora Fire Department to include training rooms, storage bays, and secure evidence processing bay. The requested amount was $55,600. The foundation recommended nothing. There are adequate training rooms available around the county as well as storage bays for large items for evidence collecting. So the foundation says nothing.
Entertain a motion?
Make a motion to approve.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Okay. The next one is We Care packages. And they want product and postage costs for care packages sent to troops overseas. They asked for $40,000. Excuse me. The recommendation is $40,000 for the products and postage costs for care packages sent to troops overseas.
Entertain a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? You didn't vote that one, and they're gonna run you out of here.
What?
I'll go ahead.
I think I should talk slower.
Speed it up.
Okay. The next one's Lockery Valley FOP. Their project is repairs to lodge building and water line replacement. They requested $75,450. The recommendation from the foundation is $75,450 for the repairs, the roof, electric, lighting, ceiling, and walls to the lodge building and a water line leak. The lodge is a central location available for all law enforcement officers in Dearborn County to conduct classroom and firearms training. The building repairs will allow more of the indoor training room to be used for larger groups as well as the civilian self-defense training.
Entertain a motion?
I make a motion to approve.
Second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
The next one is the Dearborn County 4-H Association. Their project is portable bleacher, portable generator, light tower, stage rental, and pistols for shooting sports program. They asked for $49,648. The foundation recommends nothing. Items requested are a duplication of items that have been requested and awarded in the past 2 years. The organization has also received a significant amount in grant funds from DCF over the years.
All in favor?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Okay, let's see. One more, whatever. Oh, I got. Yeah, the last one is South Dearborn Community Schools Corporation. Their project is a walking, running trail behind Aurora Elementary School. They requested $61,665. The foundation recommended nothing. They are already a significant number of walking and running trails available in Dearborn County. For example, Dearborn Trails in Lawrenceburg and Aurora. The location of the proposed trail at South Dearborn Schools also would provide limited access to the Dearborn County public as a whole.
All in favor? Or
Motion.
entertain a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
And that's all.
Thank God. Okay. Lastly, Roundup Program Ordinance.
I believe there were some changes to that, so I would just ask for a motion to table that at this time. We'll bring it back to you at the next meeting.
Entertain a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. Old business, have none. Comments, the audience, I'll let you do 5 minutes. Maybe 2 with you. I don't know,
It's okay.
I want to hear what you got to say.
Dennis Hutchins, 118 Walnut. Mr. Clausen, with the earlier program for forgiveness or stress or problems for utility people, did I miss in the last meeting or this one that there's a criteria of why they would qualify? Under what criteria?
Yes, there is.
Is that going to be published before utility customers make up their mind whether or not they want to participate?
Absolutely.
So did I miss that, or was that talked about?
No, we probably didn't get into that granular detail. When we do,
Put that in any letter that goes to utility customers, please?
it'll also be the entire program once approved, the criteria, the application, everything will be online as well.
Well, I just think customers have a right to know what you're asking.
No, absolutely.
Well, and I mean, there's only about 4 of them. If you want me to, I can go over them.
have you talk about it.
Okay. They're residential, it has to be residential customers, all 3 water, sewer, and electric utilities. And these can be added to, obviously, the board, if you guys think there should be something else. But they must be in good standing at the time of applying for assistance. Those customers who have been on a cutoff list for non-payment at any time within 6 months prior to applying will not be eligible. And customers can only apply once per calendar year, the calendar year being January 1st through December 31st. So that's it.
Dennis, you still got a couple minutes left.
Oh, I'm good.
Anybody else? Joe?
Not as a newspaper representative. You might be aware there's a prayer meeting Sunday, the 22nd, at the Aurora Park Pavilion, and it's being put together by several churches throughout Dearborn and Ohio County. And the idea is to pray, read some scripture, and to ask for some kind of help for the end of the scourge of heroin addiction and heroin use in this community and all communities, really. I mean, we're not going into it with the idea that use can be ended, but we do have hope that the amount and the number of people who are abusing themselves and falling victim to this thing could be somehow worked out through community prayer and a community effort to just essentially ask God to intervene. So that's 2 o'clock, the 22nd.
Thank you. Aurora Park?
Yes.
Okay. Anybody else have anything? Okay, review, discuss claims, board approval.
Motion to approve.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion adjourned.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We got here in time. See you, let's shut the meeting down. I guarantee you, I'd recess it.
What time is the kickoff?
4:03.
Well, you better hurry then.
I'll make it.
What?
No, I think it's gonna be a good game. I really do.
Yeah, your key to your office.
They can stop AJ Watt. That's gonna help. Yep. Hopefully you slow him down, that quarterback throw the ball fast. Yeah. I mean, this cool. What's this one?
Yeah.